What's going on, my Jack brother? Coach Scott here. In today's video, we're going to talk about your ideal physique and finding your sweet spot where you look lean as well as full and muscular. To shed some perspective on this topic, I'm going to be joined by one of my coaching clients, Mario, who's going to share his experiences and how he found his sweet spot, very similar to my own personal experiences. Mario is 54 years young, 5'8". We started working together in May 2020. He weighed 171 pounds at the time, went through a 7-month cutting phase where he lost 25 pounds, nice slow and steady process where he looked absolutely freaking shredded at the end. And then we've been going through a 15-month muscle building phase where he's gained 10 pounds. Again, nice, slow and steady process. Now, in the past few weeks, Mario's been mentioning, you know, I kind of feel like I want to go through a cutting phase. But at the time, I mean, life was stressful for him. He was wrapping up a big, serious work project. And I told him, you know what, let's just wait for a bit more ideal condition. You're looking freaking great right now. No need to rush into this cutting phase. So just wait for a more opportune time. And then just recently he came across a video of himself. It was shortly into the muscle building process where he was looking freaking like a monster. He's like, you know what, I'm ready. Life has settled down. I wrapped up that work project. Let's get at it now. So we're gonna kick off this this video here by asking him, what was it about his physique, or what was it a few weeks ago that kind of triggered those feelings? You know, I kind of feel like I want to cut. And what is it about his physique that he saw in that video that just inspired him to, you know what, now is the time. I want to get back to looking like that. So hope you enjoyed this footage. I hope you gained some valuable insights. Let's get to it.
Absolutely. And you've never steered me wrong on these decisions, you know, when to cut, how much to cut. And I very much appreciate that guidance. But yeah, I just started feeling like I was no longer in my sweet spot as far as what kind of physique I was trying to cultivate. I mean, we each have our own idea of how we want to look. And I basically like that sort of beach body kind of year-round fitness model deal. I don't want to have striated glutes and you know, certain physical features that some people want, but that's, you know, it's between me and me. So everybody has their own idea, and that's great. I mean, some people want to be totally shredded and some people want to just look healthy, and that's totally fine. In my case, like I said, I just started to realize, wow, 10 pounds makes a huge difference in the physical impact, the aesthetic impact of my frame being, you know, around 5'8". And it was really surprising to me. I have realized in the past that when I start to drop and cut, that I do actually look bigger. You know, it is that illusion of size, and that's what this a lot of the physique stuff is. It's a little bit of how to accentuate your strengths. And for me, I look best when I'm shredded and vascular, and it's not. I don't make the same impact when I'm just a blurrier, puffier version of myself. You think you're making progress, but because your clothes is fitting a little bit more tightly, but you're not actually sort of improving your physique. And for me, this journey is about sort of mastery over myself and learning that how to manipulate these various factors. And it's working really well for me under your guidance.
I
Yeah.
love it, man. I love it. I'm so relatable to you. I mean, I talk about it a lot of times that I do tend to attract a lot of clients who are very similar to myself, height, stature. And it is like some bigger guys who are 180, 200, 220 pounds, like to them, like gaining 10 pounds, they can do that in a week or whatever. It's like, it's nothing to them. It doesn't have much of a visual impact to their body. But for us smaller stature guys, like 10 pounds does make a difference. And we do have a much smaller sweet spot where we tend to look our best. Like for me personally, it's probably like 3 to 5 pounds where I gain more than that 5 pounds and I start looking somewhat average. But so you get up to 10 pounds for me, I definitely look kind of, I'm like good. There's no doubt about it. Most people would probably wish for that. But for myself personally, like it is, I don't, average just doesn't sit well with me. It is a high standard. It's not like a body dysmorphic thing, because it is a lot. It ties in with how I feel as well. I move better. I feel I perform better. I'm more athletic. I'm just more vibrant. Even when I'm out on the paddleboard, when I stay within that 3 to 5 pound sweet spot, I just feel like I'm just moving better out there on the water. But I gain more than that 5 pounds. And that's what starts. I'm like, I still move good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not quite the same. And when more people make comments when I'm within that 3 to 5 pound sweet spot, they tell me I look bigger compared to when I gain between that 5 and 10 pound sweet spot. I'm like, so why not stay leaner and look bigger than to have a little bit more fat
Yep.
and not look as big? Just doesn't make sense to me, especially when I feel better when I'm leaner as well.
Yeah, no, and I feel the same way. I feel more athletic. I feel like I just, I mean, I'm really excited when I'm at that weight, and my energy is different. I find that it translates into a lot of benefits for me to sort of feel like, okay, I'm exactly where I want to be, and if I'm just gonna dial this in and roll with it, for years to come. I'm no longer going to go even up to 10 pounds, which is considered absolutely, reasonable from the standpoint of a gentle surplus kind of bulk. But I don't need it. I mean, I find that I'm really in a good place right where I am, and I'm not, as you know, Scott. I mean, I've been through different types of coaching approaches where I've gained, 20, 30 pounds, sort of on this quest to gain mass, and it's just not the way forward for me, especially at this stage, at my age and my longevity objectives. And that's really what this is about for me, and bringing my best energy and reflecting also mastery over this part of my life. So I look at myself and it's a reminder that I can achieve things in, across many dimensions of life. I mean, that for me is what is the most exciting about this physique journey. Of course, it's really cool to have, to look aesthetic and to look trained, and all of the benefits that come along with that, which are what I think initially attract people to this lifestyle for many of us. But then it has so many benefits beyond that, and right there within that 3 to 5 pound range, which people again have a hard time wrapping their mind around it. But once you get to this point, you realize, wow, it makes a big difference.
Absolutely. And I'm really excited to see. I mean, it's been awesome to see the difference between your last cutting phase and this cutting phase. You're responding so much better already. Because it's like 7 months to lose 25 pounds. That was really slow and steady. And your body was fighting you at times throughout that process, and we had to get pretty aggressive with your calorie deficit. But this time around, it's like your body is responding immediately. Your calories are higher than they ever were during that initial cutting phase. And I really think a lot of it just has to do with that nice slow and steady build. Like, you were providing your body with an adequate amount of calories to build muscle during that process. If you were slowly and steady gaining weight month after month for 15 months, that was enough. Like, you didn't need to force feed muscle gains any more than you were. And it's really important to note that this decision isn't based on like body dysmorphia or anything like that. Like you said, it's based on your past experiences. You've gone through muscle building phases where you've gained more weight, and you just see like 20 pounds, 30 pounds. So much like myself, I did the exact same thing. Then you get to 10 pounds and you're like, what, even the 10 pounds seems like it's more than I need to gain in a muscle building phase, because we are experienced lifters. Like, age wise, training wise, we've been at this for a while there. So muscle gains are going to come at a slow and steady pace anyways, which just makes even more sense to keep our sweet spot even smaller as it is.
Yeah, and I'm glad you give me the opportunity to talk about the difference between the last cut and this one. I mean, the last cut was a lot tougher on me, I think, psychologically, to stay on that cut for about 7 months. And I had more anxiety. I felt like sort of hunger was my constant companion, but a lot of it was, I think, manufactured in my own mind, or I was just thinking about food a lot. And I now, I mean, I'm really much more comfortable on this cut than I've ever been. I feel like I've been here before. Cause and effect applies to me. There's nothing particularly special. You go through these dark doubts sometimes when you're on a cut. Like, am I really going to lose the weight? Am I going to achieve these goals? I mean, am I going to be able to sustain? And now I don't really have any of that anxiety now that I've been through it once. And I would also say that it actually has been beneficial to put on a bit of weight, some of which has been muscle, because now As I go through the cut, I can already detect that I'm going to look better after this cut. I just have a bit more mass, where I want it. And so, the last time when I went through the cut, I looked so lean. I would say I looked, I started to not feel like I was eager to get on that bulk, because I wanted to
Mhm.
build a little bit more. This time, I'm eager to get on the cut because I want to reveal the benefits of the bulk. And I also am really positive and happy about the experience because I realize now I found my personal formula for how I want to look, and this is how we're going to roll with this for years to come. And I'm not going to yo-yo or try to go through any extreme bulks or anything. I'm done with all of that. I now have a sustainable way that's going to help to ensure my longevity and my vitality and my zest and energy, so I can bring my best self to all of the different activities in my life.
Dude, oh, I love it. And that's probably been the funnest, more rewarding, and most rewarding aspect of working with you the past year and a half or so, is just past 2 years.
Yeah.
Is just seeing how it has become a lifestyle to you. And I think you made a comment to me recently that someone else who saw you, not only were they like stunned by your visual transformation, but they could just tell you were carrying yourself, like how you presented yourself, and just you're a different person overall. Just it truly is a lifestyle for you.
Yeah, it's actually happened twice now where I have encountered somebody that I haven't seen for 2 years, and they stand right next to me, and then they just don't even recognize me. And on one occasion, this person said to me, it's not even so much how you look, although you look like a new person. It's your energy, and that was exciting to hear that feedback. That's the reason why they say they didn't recognize me. It wasn't just the weight loss. I mean, you can kind of recognize a person when they lose weight. I mean, there's a difference, but there's something else that working with you has enabled me to bring to the table in personal interactions. So thanks for that.
it it's awesome. We're both learning and growing together, building each other up, and that's
Yeah.
again, which makes it so freaking rewarding. So yeah, I'm super excited to see what your finished product looks like at the end of this cut, which is going to be a shortcut. That's the other beauty of it, staying within
Yeah.
that short sweet spot there, and only gaining 10 pounds, which will probably not gain 10 pounds ever again. We're going to keep the sweet spot even smaller in future building phases. But um, losing 10 pounds, it's not even gonna have to be 10 pounds because you've gained some muscle, but losing this, like say 5 to 7 or 8 pounds that you're going to be losing here, it's going to come off quick, reveal your gains, you can get right back to building muscle again. But I'm really looking forward to comparing the video that you have at the end of this little mini cut compared to the video that you were looking at before. What exactly is it about your physique in that video that really captivated your attention, like triggered, now is the time?
Yeah, I mean, I really was daunted a little bit when I saw it, because I just achieved so much definition and vascularity, and I was really proud to see that. At the same time, I was, like I say, I was a little bit daunted, like, wow, how are you going to do that again? And now I see it happening day by day, incrementally. The compound effect of just working the program and accepting that cause and effect applies to me, and that like I said, and that it's just remarkable how much closer I'm getting to that status, that elite sort of status in my own mind. How I look there in such a short time. You said you're within striking distance of that, and I had a little bit of doubt when you said that, but in fact, it's just taken a couple of weeks, and I'm more than halfway there, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's super exciting. So I think that some of the big take home messages for those watching our conversation here right now is like, you got to kind of, we're all different in regards to our own sweet spot. And like you said, like most people are going to think, what, a 3 to 5 pound sweet spot? That is ridiculous. Some people are going to think that, and
yeah.
let them think that. They're not me. They don't know where I feel my best, not just from the appearance, but thrive in all aspects of my life, athletic performance, physical, emotional well-being, my overall health. Like, people are very quick to judge and to tell you how you should feel. Like, tell us you want to be that lean, your health is going to suck, you're going to have no energy, you're going to have no strength, you're going to have no libido, all that. They list the whole laundry list of stuff. Because we have abs, we should feel this way. But like, if you think we're going to feel this way, that's on you. You're holding yourself back. But we're going to thrive where we know we thrive. So it's really important to know yourself, listen to yourself, rather than a lot of other nonsense that's out there as well. And again, it comes from experimenting. Like, both you and I have gone through multiple phases where we gained a fair amount of weight, and just realizing that there's no payoff in that for us anymore at this stage in the game right now. So trial and error, listen to your body, have a heightened sense of awareness, and be true to yourself. That's what's most important.
Yeah, for sure. Be true to yourself, and go for it. Whatever it is that you want to realize, just go for it. And whether that's super shredded, or whether, again, it's just sort of a reasonable level of muscularity, it's up to you. And don't be influenced by what somebody tells you ought to look like, or anything. And just try to achieve a physique that allows you to feel your best. And that's what I'm doing now.
Exactly. Mario, my brother, thank you so much once again for sharing more of your journey in this process. We'll have to talk once again when this little mini cut wraps up, and just see how we go on this next muscle building phase, where we take an even slower and steady approach. And just, again, it's all about the lifestyle here, and you are freaking thriving from it. So, dude, thank you so much. I hope you found value in this discussion with Mario, and it provided you with some insights to help find your own sweet spot. If you enjoyed today's video, please do us a favor and smash that thumbs up button. We really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, please do him a favor and share it with them. But more than anything, we would love to hear from you down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts, share your insights, share your feedback on today's video. Before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Jacked After 40. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.